do you want me to? Are we spin the wheel? Or you want me to just pick one?
Nah, your story heart. We going with our feelings on this one.
I can go either way on this.
All right, for sure.
Whatever you want.
I can go either way as well, but you story and heart. I'm action Jedi because I believe it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. 10 minutes is on the clock. Andy, you have it whenever you are ready.
Action doesn't work without a good story and good heart. So I'm gonna trick you on this one because I want them all, but without the other just mindless action doesn't have any feeling to it. If I want the Jedi action, but I want the Jedi action with heart. Anakin, you were the chosen one. It only works without the heart, Jody. Like, that's when you're like, damn, yeah. And Darth Maul takes out Qui-Gon. You're like, those are the moments where here's Attack of the Clones, where it's just like, ding, 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 and they're just fighting. I mean, it's cool, sure. Or, I mean, let's go more Force Awakens without the story and the heart. I'm telling you, man, that sequels suck because there's no good story or heart. It's all just stupid. And then they try to do some battles. It doesn't ever feel like it did, even in the prequels, which had that last Anakin versus Obi-Wan fight. Again, heart. It did. Not even necessarily because of the prequels, but because of just everything we knew about the franchise and Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen tried his best. But you can't have the good action, Jody, without the story and the heart.
Yeah. I just feel like this is a... I'm allergic to that BS, man. God dang. Whoo, that's the worst thing. Like, my allergies are so triggered off that BS. God damn. He said that you started off with heart and story is only you said action and Jedi is only possible because of story and heart.
No, I said it doesn't work.
It doesn't work without your story and heart, right?
Yeah,
action Jedi, it won't work without. You said action won't work without story and heart.
No, not effectively.
I would say to the contrary because Avengers: Infinity War is a smash hit movie, and Infinity War is no story. It is no heart. It is all action and visual, and that film was heralded as the greatest MCU movie of all time. Absolutely, action could lead the story. The story could be the action. I'll give you another film, Mad Max Fury Road. That film is all action, baby, to where there isn't even a story in it. And that's an A to an A+ film, in my opinion. So I think Star Wars absolutely needs to have what Star Wars got popular off of. It didn't get popular off of the story because let's go to the original trilogy, Andy. Wasn't no story. We didn't know what the Jedi was. We didn't know what the Force was. We didn't know how they do it. They just had lightsabers and they were doing little shit. It was stupid, the first Star Wars movie, but it was cool. Visually is why we got hooked on Star Wars, because of the visuals, because of the technological prowess at the time, the green screen effect or whatever the heck that shit they used. It was all visual. Visual is exactly how Star Wars rose to the top, and visuals and story and Jedi and saber battles is how we're gonna bring it back to fruition.
What a planet are you on? What are you talking? The visuals in the original Star Trek were cool for their time, but they were so cheesy that George Lucas had to go redo them. So special edition. They weren't good enough, Jody. Remember, they had to go.
They were practical at first, and then he made them CG. He made them worse.
George Lucas wasn't happy with the visuals you're talking about. Now, I agree with you. I'm a purist. I wish they would release the untouched version. But my point is, all that stuff that he added later, that to me was distraction. That's for a lot of people that ruined Star Wars by tinkering and adding new effects to make it more visually stunning. That's where Lucas lost a lot of his fans. So I completely disagree with you. Where Star Wars was its best was the story and the heart. Luke, I'm Vader revealing that he's father. Hello, that's called story.
Luke and Vader didn't come into the second film.
But that's what, it doesn't matter. It all makes the story better.
And they didn't even have interaction barely. And they didn't have.
That fight is even better once you know it's going. And then in Return of the Jedi, when you go, because of the action gets better in those movies because of the heart and the story.
What heart
of that movie? Han Solo, Leia.
Han Solo don't have no heart. Han Solo was a douchebag cowboy.
With Obi-Wan, you feel yourself, and he has to shoot it into the Death Star. It's all about the hero's journey.
That's action. That's action. Shooting into the Death Star.
No, it's all about the character. No, character, Jody, is an action. Character arcs and characters learning and characters developing and rooting for characters isn't action. That's
Well, I
all
know
part
that.
of story and
But you
heart.
said shoot it
Because you
into the
feel
Death
for them
Star.
because you have heart, because the character has heart, because they're relatable. You're rooting for him to take down that Death Star. Without the heart, without the story, without caring about that character, that action is mindless and it's stupid. That's Attack of the Clones.
I think you're off.
Exactly
I think
what
you're
you're
off.
talking about. Attack of the Clones is mindless action without. There's no heart. Watching Anakin and Padme try to like, I loved you, but no one buys that for a second because that story is weak. No one cares. The only time we care is Revenge of the Sith at the end when McGregor steps it up, and it's finally three
The
movies.
only reason why we care with the Revenge of the Sith at the end is because of the action scene that preceded it, Andy. I like how you try to rub that out.
Not because of the action.
Greatest Jedi battle that they
you
shared.
Were the chosen one. How could you turn?
That's still, that's not a great story.
3 movies before you're watching.
That's
Vader.
not a great
You're
story.
This boy was murdered. His mom was murdered.
Let's keep it a buck.
He came into the dark side.
Let's keep it real. Star Wars got popular and famous because of Jedi powers, sabers, and action. Not because of story. Because Star Wars didn't have a story.
You're telling me it got popular for the prequels?
It got popular on the original trilogy.
Tell me when. So what point did it get popular, Jody?
It got popular on the very first film.
Because of why?
Because of the visuals.
You're smiling. You're like, look, your story keeps changing. You said
how's my story changing? I'm saying I've always said this. The visuals and the action and the technological aspect around the original trilogy is why everyone wants Star Wars. They sold toys because of it.
So it wasn't about the Jedi and the Sith, Jody?
That's what I'm saying. You're making my argument. Jedi action. Look at the title, Andy. Jedi action or story and heart. Yes, it's because of the Jedi. Yes, thank you for proving my point. Game.
Dude, you are so all over the place. No, there's 2 things. You can't combine them. Jedi and Sith is a title and a person that you have to like get into the mythos. That's what I'm assuming. What their rules, what they do. Let's not. Don't.
What do they do? What did the original the original trilogy didn't tell you shit?
How do the Jedi and the Sith? How are they so relevant when you said that's what made it famous? In the enlighten me.
No. The original trilogy. That's why
When did Star Wars get famous by Jody's logic? Because I'm not following
the very first film. I just already answered you. The very first film.
Why?
Because of the visuals and the Jedi. The swords.
Jedi?
They have lightning swords. They have
Jedi?
spaceships. They have laser beam blasters. And that cool guy in the black uniform with the shiny helmet.
Obi-Wan who dies in the beginning, or Luke who doesn't even know he's a Jedi until the end?
They didn't even know what Star Wars was
Jedi
while they were watching Star Wars. Have you seen the trailers for the first Star Wars movie?
What Jedi powers? What important Jedi powers made it so famous that we're like, I need to. What do you?
Force choke.
Exactly
Force choke, baby. Force choke, baby.
So Darth Vader, the Sith.
He can only choke him with his fingers. He has powers. Bruh, I remember what they were saying, bro. They was creaming off of that Darth Vader. All because he had a black cool helmet and a cape. They were jizzing in their pants. Little did they know that wasn't no story in the first Star Wars film. It didn't even tell you what the Force was or even how they even got powers, bro. They just had them. They filled you in later. And even the whole trilogy after it was done, it still didn't know shit. You had to go to the prequels to learn what the Force was. So it was all about action. It was all about visuals. It was all about Jedi. There was no story.
Yoda tells you all about it, and that's what makes. That's what made
within. It comes from within. What is that?
What is it, Jody? Because
midichlorians is what it is. Thank you. Midichlorians. It's in every living organism. Every living organism has midichlorians in it, and the high.
So you like when they added story to the midichlorians, and you're saying that?
Yes, I did.
So you like story?
What are you talking about? I love story. What? I'm not retarded.
Story. That is not action.
No. I love story. I love heart.
As far from action as you can get. So you're defending midichlorians, but saying you want action.
No.
How do you have it both ways?
Do
you want midichlorians and story behind the Force, or do you want mindless Force action? Because I'm confused. You seem to be fighting for both, Jody. That doesn't seem fair.
Well, it is fair because I'm not.
I'm not retarded. How the Force works,
I want
story and heart of the Force, or do you just want to see them use the Force, Jody?
Do you want an answer?
No, because I really want to pin you on this because it's really important to debate.
I want all of it.
A background, story, and heart for how the action works, or do you just want mindless action?
I want all of it because I'm greedy and it needs all of it.
That's what I
but
said
if I have to choose. If I have to choose one, I'm going to pick Jedi in action, lightsaber battles, the ships, the amazing Sith vs. Jedi over your heart story all day. Keep your Mandalorian, and I'll go with this new Jedi Old Republic. That's what I'm saying. Plenty of heart, plenty of story for your Mandalorian, but give me where the stakes is at. Give me these Jedi battles with the Sith.
So you're trying to win this fight, just so we're clear, because this is based on the arguments. He's literally just changing. Well, I want story and heart about the Jedi, and I want action. I don't want anything else. But you got to take
to choose one. I already chose Jedi action. What do you want, Andy? Let me flip it on you. What do you want? Do you want no Jedi's, no action, or do you want just story and heart of characters that don't matter? Time.
I want moments like Yoda because I learn how it works.
Yoda's a freaking fool. That's why he got blinded by the freaking Emperor Palpatine for 9 films. Little green, short, overrated motherfreaker, bro. Mace Windu all day.
Yeah, he was like he didn't see that coming. What a freaking moron! I'm gonna come arrest you by myself.
Cause he's that dude, and he served up Sidious, didn't he? One-on-one, he served him up.
And died because
he got betrayed by stupid Anakin.
He was a moron. I thought he was like a better badass Jedi. No,
he is a bad Jedi. Did you not see Sidious on the ground? Don't kill me.
Wait,
I'm too weak.
I've been shitting on you this whole time, Anakin, but help me. What a moron.
He told him before
Even
that.
Sam Jackson had been disappointed. Like, really? I'm going down like this?
He told him on the spaceship. He said, stay here. If what you tell me is true, you have earned my trust. He told Anakin that, and Anakin didn't listen still. Miss me. You in the prequel territory, baby.
Wow,
I got that tattooed in the brain.
Guys, is it just me or does it sound like Jody's dropping a lot of story? Because he is.
Yeah, it's story.
He's arguing it for me. You can get emotional like Jody's doing right now.
Wait a minute.
Action.
I wanted to tell you right now. Can I tell you something right now? Hey, homie. Everything we just said is after the round, so it doesn't count. So anyway, let's go into the flash round. Here we go. 1 minute on the clock. I'll go first on the flash round. I'll go first on this one. All right, yeah.
So Andy will try to be slick. So this actually counts. So the Jedi are the most important thing to Star Wars. Andy's a liar. He knows deep down in his heart that's what it is. It's about force, sabers, lightsaber battles, starships, and power. That's what got us hooked, and that's what's going to get us back. This new trilogy didn't have that. It tried it and freaking failed, and that's exactly what you need to bring it back. Star Wars without Jedi is like a superhero film without a superhero. It's asinine. I'm going to go watch an Avengers movie, but no Avengers are in there because they're in a time lap, and we watch Nick Fury and freaking the Doctor run around trying to find him. Bullshit. You need Jedi in Star Wars. It doesn't make sense without them. I like story. Yeah, of course. I love it. But that's with Star Wars, one is more important than the other. It's absolutely about the Jedi. It's absolutely about the Force, the lightsaber battles and all that goes with it. Story doesn't matter. The original trilogy proved that. Andy?
Guys, it sounds like Jody is pretty much laying out the sequel trilogy. He's basically saying he wants the Force, he wants Jedis, he wants Sith. That's kind of what Disney did with their movie. If we actually go back and think about Rey, the Jedi, and Kylo Ren, let's just fight and have Force powers that nothing makes sense. He's actually defending the movie that's full of story. Probably the most story ever is the prequels. So it's just, I don't even understand what I'm doing. Like, you got that, Jody, and it's the worst one we have. When it just did mindless action and didn't focus on a well-focused story or heart, you got the Disney sequels, and they are by far the worst out of everything we've ever done. So I don't understand what you've been saying. Kylo Ren and Rey running around with their force powers being Jedis, having mindless action. You want more of that? I don't want any more of that ever again. I want story. I want heart. I want someone focused to come through and make a goddamn plan for once and give us something awesome. So when we get those moments, like the Darth Maul scene with Qui-Gon, that scene is amazing because it's well done, it's actiony, and it's got heart. There's stakes. We got to have stakes. Stakes don't work without heart.
Time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The final round has been in the books. Based on the debate only, pick your winner. I don't care if you agree with me or not, or if you agree with Andy or not. This is a show where the debate leads the way. Who put the better argument and better debate? That is who you vote for in the comment section down below.
Start telling me Kylo is no Sith. He was the greatest Sith ever.
Kylo is trash. Kylo was not a Sith because he was never trained. He was never officially properly trained.
I'm just saying that's what they attributed to it.
Yeah. That's why the new Star Wars sucks donkey balls.
Amen.
Moving on to the next topic. Here we go. Get ready. Better film, Stand By Me or The Goonies? Oh, my childhood.